Hey everyone, I'm Brian Sparks, editor of Greenhouse Grower, joined today again by Alan Armitage. How are you today, Alan?
I'm very well, Brian, and just happy to be here and chatting with you.
Definitely. Well, we know that over the past few years, I mean, the list of roles that you have keeps getting bigger and bigger. I mean, you're already a writer for Greenhouse Grower. You've been a longtime advisor to the industry. You've joined the podcast world. One of the things that you're more well known, perhaps than anything else, is an author, though, and you've got a new book that's coming out right now. So let's talk about that, and kind of how you put this book together, and why you're excited about it.
Yeah, this I can't quite get away from this writing thing. I should share just before I get into this whole. I'm an author. I've done, I don't know, 15, 17, but I don't know how many books I've done. So in college, when my daughter was in college, she had English essay to write, and she couldn't write. She said, "Dad, will you go over it for me and just help it out?" So I said, "Of course I will." I mean, and I did it. We sent it in. I got a D. So I figured, maybe not the author I think I am, but anyway, so Heather doesn't want me writing anymore for her. Thank you. But having done that, I do enjoy writing and I enjoy sharing what I know. And I've done the big books, the big perennial books. I've done the greenhouse books. I've done a lot of these things that cut flower books. And I've been asked many, many times to write a book for gardeners, and I
Hmm.
just don't want to, because there's a zillion books out there for gardeners, and boy, you go to the internet or whatever, there's 8 trillion people who think they know everything about gardening, and how can you compete with that? But anyway, to make a long story short, I do a lot of touring of people, and I can guarantee you, Brian, if you do the same through a garden or a botanical garden, or whatever, you're going to get the same 8 questions, 10 questions. You're going to get sun and shade. You're going to get deer. You're going to get pollinators. You're going to get soil. You just know what the questions are, and obviously, and the most interesting thing is everybody's confused. I
Yeah.
mean, this is not brain surgery. It's gardening, but everybody's confused. So I decided to think about the common sense part of gardening. Let's just make this simpler. As I tell people, there's 7 books on gardening for dummies. I mean, come on, give me a break. So I put this book together, and it's called The Common Sense Gardener. And I think people are going to really enjoy it. It's very small. There's only
Yeah.
so much common sense to go around. Common sense turns out not so common, but I think people are going to enjoy it because essentially it's a narrative between somebody who wanted to learn about gardening and somebody called the common sense gardener, who goes back and forth and they chat about things. And the common sense gardener tries to put things in common sense. And
Yeah.
that's why it's so short. There's actually 14 different little lessons in here, but it's really readable. And that's the cool thing about it. But anyway, so it's we'll have the people who are supporting it and they're loving it and they're telling everybody about it. You'll see this all over the Facebook and wherever pretty soon, I'm sure. Greenhouse Grower, thank you, is going to be putting a little bit something out on it.
Yep.
But where does this go? So if anybody wants to get it, just go to my website, alanarmitage.net. It's
Hmm.
on there, and it's less than 20 bucks, and it's a great gift plant for gardeners and for people who want to learn. But for the industry, and again, I'm not schlepping this book, whether you buy it or not, totally up to you. But this is the kind of book that for growers, industry people, garden center people, even who have gifts to give at Christmas to their good clients. This has been a great.
Sure.
I've got one person who's already bought 100 of them. That's cool. And of course, garden centers, you have terrible time selling books. I get it. But this is a book you could stick out 5 copies out there on your counter, and people just love the title. They just think this title is
Yeah.
cool and the cover is cool, and you might sell a few. But it's out there for the industry as well as the gardener. And of course, the gardener is our industry, so we can't separate the two very much. But anyway, who is talking to master gardeners selling plants, or even a breeder who is selling
Yeah.
plants to the, to the through their company to the grower who is selling. It's just a cool book. So anyway, that's the latest in my garden repertoire. You can see it's not going to win any Nobel prizes or go into the John Grisham Library of Great Writing, but I think people will enjoy it. So I thank you for bringing it up, and I hope people will get it. Just alanarmitage.net. It's simple, and away we go.
Well, and I wouldn't sell yourself short on that, Alan. I know common sense means you need more common sense in everything we do today. And I think even when we're looking in the plant world, it's very easy to overthink things sometimes.
Oh,
You
man.
know, how am I going to spend all this time, researching and how to do this better, how to do this better? Let's keep it simple. Let's focus on what makes the most sense
Yeah.
for us, in the industry and for our customers as well. So I
But
can't
my
think of a
point
better
is
way
too, if we
to,
can if we can have the great unwashed,
yeah,
who are buying our plants, and you just go into any garden center and certainly any box store, people are wandering around there looking at plants and looking have no idea. And I say that in all due respect because we've made it so darn complicated. So I think if we can get our clientele, in this case, gardeners or garden centers or you know landscape people, to get more into this stuff because it's simpler, easier, makes sense. We're just going to sell more plants.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, it's one thing to look forward to during this holiday season. So, Alan,
You bet. Oh, by the way, it's only for sale right now for the holiday season between November 15th, which was a few days ago, to December 15th. It's only for sale for 1 month pre-Christmas. It'll be for sale again next spring, but if anybody
okay,
wants to get on it quickly, now's the time.
duly noted. Duly noted. I'm going to be ordering my first book myself right now. So, all right, Alan, good catching up
But
to talk about the book, and look forward to more from you.
thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.